Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. So today we're taking a look at another soundbar that's been sent out to me for review. So this particular soundbar has been sent out by a company called DYPlay. This is a 2-channel soundbar, as you can see, and it is a 20-inch soundbar in size. So this is a 2-channel soundbar, so no subwoofer with this and no center channel either. It's 100 watts peak, Bluetooth technology is supported, and it has various imports, both digital and analog. So as you can see from the box, you have HDMI, you have optical, you have 3.5mm aux, you have the TF card if you want to just listen to some music, you have a USB port for connection as well, and it also supports Bluetooth as well. In terms of what you get in the box, you get the soundbar itself, you get the power adapter, you get the remote control, you actually get a HDMI cable and optical cable, which I've not seen before in this price point in terms of soundbars. You get the audio cable as well, you get an RCA 3.5 cable and the manual as well. So what we'll do is we'll just quickly dive in and we'll take a look at what we get. So first up, we are presented with the soundbar itself. Okay, so we'll pop the soundbar to a side for now. Now, because I've ordered this in the UK, my particular unit has come with a UK plug. I believe if you do order in different regions, then they will just include the appropriate power adapter. Next up is the sort of accessories bundle. And as you can see, it does come with a full-size HDMI cable. It comes with the optical cable, not the biggest in size, but generally if you're using this, then you're probably going to have it quite close by anyway. So you get some stereo to 3.5 adapter cables just there. You do also get a straight headphone jack adapter just there, and finally you get the remote. Now, I have already opened this and actually done some testing, and the first thing that I'll just say straight away is the remote is not my favorite. It's very cheap feeling. This cover plastic that it actually comes with seems really flimsy and almost seems like it's going to peel up. I have actually had remotes like this in the past for head units in my car, and just leaving them in the car on a summer's day, the top cover, basically the top layer, just peels up. So not the best remote. Thankfully, you won't need to be using this too much, however. Just having a quick look at the soundbar, so it just gives you some very basic information in terms of setup, the functionality of the remote itself, and also the functionality on the back of the soundbar as well. So we do actually get a manual there, and on the back you do also get some instructions in terms of installation as well. So once again, it is shiny black plastic, which is going to be a fingerprint magnet as well as a scratch magnet as well. It will show scratches, unfortunately, quite quickly. On the bottom you do have some rubber pads, just to actually stop it slipping if you just have this rested on a particular surface. And on the back you do also have the wall mount sort of adapters as well. This is the old simple style where you just drill a fixing into the wall and then you slot this down. It does come with instructions in terms of how to install it, so the gapping that is required between the two fixing points. Next up is the actual connections itself. So I'll insert a video clip in terms of showing you where each one is. So you do have the USB port, you have the aux port, the optical, the DC in. On the side you have your TF card slot, and on that same side you also have the HDMI in as well. So with this being potentially wall mountable, you don't want your HDMI cable straight on the back there, because it would most likely clash once you're actually wall mounting this, whereas having it on this side means that the cable is more likely to actually come closer to the to this side of it, so it won't actually clash. Right, and now taking a quick look at the actual speaker itself, from what I can see, this has two main woofers as well as what looks like either a port or possibly a tweeter in the center. Judging by the fact that this is a 2.0, I would probably guess that this is going to be just a port for the actual speakers themselves, as opposed to being a tweeter. You do have some lights on the right hand side as well, and they will obviously give you an indication in terms of what's going on with the soundbar itself. The logo on the front there is not rotatable, so it is only one way around that you can actually mount this. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll just insert some sample clips giving you a comparison between, say for example, my iPhone and the soundbar itself, just giving you an indication in terms of how loud it is when connected via Bluetooth. Another thing that I did actually find was there's no difference once powered up between having this connected via Bluetooth, via optical, or via HDMI eARC either. I was successfully able to connect this via eARC. However, unfortunately, because the TV I had it connected to doesn't actually support HDMI CEC correctly, it didn't actually switch off when I switched my TV off. So if I was to use this, I would probably only use this via optical cable, because it essentially does the same thing as that temporary soundbar that I had set up in the other room, and I only use that when I want to just boost the volume and add a bit of bass to it. This particular soundbar does actually have a few different built-in equalizers, and I believe normally the way they're set up is music, movie, or speech, or just normal vocals, and generally the movie one is the most balanced, and that's generally what I tend to actually keep it on, just because it'll give you the best balance between bass and treble. Okay, so just as a summary, my thoughts is for anybody out there that's just looking for a little bit of a boost, either you want this just as a standalone soundbar, maybe connecting it to a PC, even if you are connecting it to a secondary TV where the built-in speakers on the TV don't quite do the job for you. This will give you a good boost in comparison to most built-in TV speakers. However, I wouldn't really expect it to be competing with any higher end soundbar or any 2.1 soundbar either, where you've got the dedicated sub for the lower frequencies. It does okay, there's no real distortion, mainly because the peak volume is essentially capped, so it'll only ever get so loud. But as you will have seen from the sample videos, it does actually get quite loud in comparison to just normal devices. So if you were to max out the volume on a phone or just on your TV generally, because this does have bigger speakers, essentially you are moving more air and you are getting that better frequency response, and you're getting a little bit more, I would say more mid and lows as opposed to just being lows, but it does give you a bit more of a kick in comparison to the sort of normal trebly highs that you would expect from built-in speakers, both on a computer, desktop speakers, as well as built-in speakers on a TV itself. I will have links in the description below, so obviously if you are interested, go check that out. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe and also hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified for any up and coming videos, and I'd really appreciate if you also gave this video a thumbs up. And other than that, thanks very much for watching.